Giga fam, I'm going to show you how to get the best camo in the game, Apocalypse, the Warzone Mastery, in less than 24 hours. The purpose of this guide is to give you everything you need to know in as little time as possible so that you can get to grinding with maximum efficiency. I'm not going to beg you to like, I'm not going to beg you to sub. Let's just get straight into it, fellas. As you can see, I have this beautiful camo unlocked and no shenanigans. If I back out, head over to my combat record in the career tab, you're going to see I have not played a single game of any of the other modes. Only Resurgence Casual, which is the best mode to grind in, no brainer. And in 26 hours, 42 minutes, I unlocked Apocalypse. I had no idea what I was doing. I made tons of mistakes. I didn't have a guide like this to show me how to do it. I'm far from the most cracked player. I know that one of you guys watching this is going to get this done in under 24 hours. Make sure you drop a comment letting me know how long it takes you. The most important tip, guys, is focus on the bad guns first and equip the second melee you're going to do, because you're going to skip launchers, okay? You're going to do melees with the new DLC guns, and you're going to get 30 guns done for Apocalypse. Skip launchers, trust me. You spawn in with a knife, you'll use that when you don't have loadout, and you will prioritize whatever that second melee you want to do. I chose ballistic knife on loadouts. Do not end up in a situation where you have 29 out of 30 gold, star glass, and you have to work on your second melee, because then whenever you die, whenever you're working toward loadout, you'll have nothing to work with. Right? You can always use stuff like knife, Jaeger, Dravik. These are guns that are readily accessible. So I highly recommend immediately throwing that second melee on your loadout. Very important. I ended up gated yesterday, spent like half the day yesterday grinding the ballistic knife, and I would have to be like basically twiddling my thumbs, waiting around for loadout. It was really frustrating at times. So do not make that mistake. The next most important thing, regardless of which stage you're at, prioritize marksman rifles first. Novaline and Warden are terrible. You don't want to save them till the end and have to be like running both in your loadout or something, and they're not accessible in ground loot. So even more reason to bang out marksman rifles first. Next priority is going to be sniper rifles, and then to a lesser extent, you want to be thinking about pistols and shotguns. Assault rifles, SMGs, LMGs, those are easy and they kind of take care of themselves. Okay, guys? Along the way, make sure anytime you have a bot kill, an AFK player, you're snagging up that free kill and putting it on your melee. Very, very important. I'm going to show you guys the best drop strat and pathing to maximize elims per game. I'm not the best player in the game, but I was able to average around 40 elims per game, which is insane. Probably the highest in the world right now. I've seen a lot of misinformation going around about best drop strategy for camo grinding specifically, okay? Do not worry about doing Easter eggs, riverboat. Yeah, it's lots of money. Pond, chasing around the rabbit for the specialist. Scratch all that. You drop in. Usually, there's tons of bots around already. You got to get to farming for maximum efficiency. So forget about all that stuff. If you organize things right, a lot of the ground loot kills are counting toward your camos. So my recommendation for drop strat is drop Courtyard Mansion. Usually there's a bot squad or two that you can kind of farm, pick away at with like the knife, the Jaeger, whatever ground loot you need. And then don't go into Mansion, okay? It's too high surface area. And that rule will apply throughout the game as well. Stay out of Research Center. Stay out of these buildings on Main Street. We want long sight lines. We want low surface area, right? Not multiple levels to buildings for real players to hide in. Real players tend to congregate in those areas and rat. Okay, they're playing it like it's the World Series, which is hilarious. We're focused on farming, okay? And so our rotations are going to be, depending on the circle, dip into barn, probably get your loadout there. This buy can be used, but can be a little bit peak. If you grab your loadout here, probably throw it around here and just keep farming with ground loot and then swing by and hit it. You can rotate into this area with the train tracks. You can rotate kind of by pond. You can kind of poke from barn into this northern side of Main Street without going too far south. You can wrap around train station, okay? And if the circle is pulling bottom right, I had a 60 bomb where I had tons of farms toward the middle of the map, and then the circle hard pulled into lumber mill. I kept killing people outside Research Center without going in, into Coal Depot, into lumber mill. Those rotations can all work and are going to give you a really good kill density. Enemy players, regardless of how terrible they are at the game, you wipe. You want to farm bots. This isn't regular pubs. Wipe real players. If they're really, really good and you're not running meta guns, consider flipping the map, right? If they kill you up in the top left of the map, the northwest of the map, flip the map. Go farm in like lumber mill so that we're maximizing elims per hour. This isn't an ego trip. Don't be those nerds that are like a synchronized dive team stacking on you with iridescent skins and the meta. We are purely focused on farms. You're going to have the apocalypse camo twice as fast as those nerds. Virtually every camo on the Warzone mastery grind is self-explanatory. You should be able to figure out. It's really just about kill density and organizing your guns properly. If you need a few extra tips and tricks, I posted a video about that yesterday. But that can only get you so far. The most important thing is sheer efficiency. I also have a gameplay in that video to kind of show off some of the stuff I'm yapping about if you feel like you need that form of instruction. But the next thing I wanted to discuss is that currently, this is the best time to grind this mastery camo. And the reason is because all of these mastery camos, gold, star glass, absolute zero, apocalypse, it's just flat kills, and it even tracks between games. So what I mean by that is you don't actually have to worry about 3 kills in a single match 5 times, 5 kills without dying 5 times. It's literally just 15 kills for gold, 25 kills for star glass, 10 kills for absolute zero, and you are done with that gun. So you're going to be flying through this portion as long as you are fragging out and doing those rotations that I talked about. A word on absolute zero, guys. That's really when you see the light at the end of the tunnel, when you have 30 out of 30 star glass. Make sure you're organizing your loadouts so that you can just constantly be getting kills counting toward camos. I was getting like 6 absolute zeros done per game in some cases. Insane. You could get absolute zero done if you organize it well in under 2 hours, I imagine. I cannot wait for someone in GigaFam to get this done in under 24 hours. I know it's going to happen. And even some of you lower skill guys, you can get it done in under 50 hours. No brainer. 60 at the absolute max if you follow these tips, as well as the little bit more nuanced ones that I posted yesterday. So check that video out if you really need that extra kind of helping hand. But you guys that are cracked at the game, man, you are going to fly through this camo. Definitely the fastest mastery camo that I can think of in the history of Call of Duty. This is really, really quick, guys, and it's one of the better ones aesthetically. It's also a vibe to grind, so I highly recommend going for it. Now I am back to just playing the game, man. I have my favorite camos, Genesis and Apocalypse, unlocked. We're just going to fry some lobbies. I'm going to be posting meta guides, optimal builds for every single relevant gun, every single patch. We're getting back in our Giga flow, baby. I'll also be dropping tier lists. Let me know what kind of content you want to see down in the comments, and we are hitting the grind, baby. It's only just beginning. We got Apocalypse now, but the actual grind is just beginning, baby. Let's get it, Giga fam. I appreciate y'all so much. Peace.